back, class. I hope you're all doing well today, because for today's lesson, we're going to be studying electrolysis. Yay! Now, before you guys ask any questions, okay, guys, here's our class. I really hope you like the new setting to go back into our lesson and study electrolysis. So, what is electrolysis? Well, electrolysis is a process in which a non-spontaneous redox reaction uses an external electrical energy source to power itself since it's unable to produce its own energy or voltage. In addition to that, it appears within an electrolyte cell, which is different from a galvanic/volcanic cell since it produces its own energy. And this will make a volcanic cell one of the sources that an electrolyte cell will use to power up electrolysis. So electrolysis usually involves a medium such as molten salt or an aqueous solution where the reaction occurs. Two inert electrodes, which are the anode and the cathode, which would help in moving and transferring the electrons from one side to another. An electrical energy source such as a battery to power the reaction itself, and it does not really involve any cell bridges unlike the galvanic cell. First things first, put on your voltage source and ignore the screen. This is not important right now. Anyway, so when the reaction starts, what's going to happen is that the electricity from the voltage source will decompose the sodium chloride, which is the medium here, into ions, which is chlorine and sodium ions, and they will go to their respective electrodes, which are the anode and the cathode. And as the chlorine ions is going towards the anode and the sodium ions going towards the cathodes, what's going to happen is that the chlorine ion will be oxidized, thus its electron will be going and be given to the sodium ions through the cathodes, and through this process the sodium ions are being reduced, and this will create two half reactions, which shown here will create chlorine gas and liquid sodium. And so what is going to happen when either one of the chlorine or sodium ions are depleted or being used up? So what's going to happen is that since the battery is consistently inputting electricity into the reaction, what's going to happen is that the molten salt, which is the sodium, which is the medium, will be given off ions into the solution, which will allow the process to continue. And through this process as well, there'll be some questions you guys will be asking about what if we use an aqueous solution rather than a molten salt. So what's going to happen is that instead of just producing ions, you'll be also producing gases such as oxygen and hydrogen from the water molecule being reduced and oxidized. Okay, guys? Thank you. And so what is going to happen as a result is that the anode will be positive and the cathode will have a negative charge due to the fact that the chlorine ion is losing electrons while the sodium ions are gaining electrons, creating this negative and positive charge. And also, yeah, guys, don't forget the cell potential is negative. Cell potential negative. Okay, guys? Not positive, since this reaction is using a battery to power itself up. So anyway, guys, thank you for listening to this presentation, and I really hope that you're learning something from this class. And as always, we got this.